get this show started. There's a little lag time from me to YouTube, but that's all good. All right, so we got a couple things. We're going to talk about tonight. I've got me a little list, got a little agenda, and we're going to see if we can stay on point. All right, so I'm still running my Brave 7LE as my camera, and yeah, running this mic, got it set up, got the soundboard set up. I don't know how good it works. You guys in the comments, if there's anybody in the comments, let me know what it sounds like. Yes, let me know. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I can hear it in my ears, but I don't know if you can hear it on the computer, phone, whatever you're watching on. So, got a couple things to talk about tonight. We just finished up. Today is August 1st, so we just finished up with Beards Dignified. And I brought the two products up here to talk about. So we've got CEO and Paris of the Plains. These are the two products that we use for the entire month of July. And let me tell you something, this oil is phenomenal. I love it. It was castor, it was thick, it was good. It smells amazing. It is, what was it? Cedar and leather. It's got the restrictor cap. Oh, it smells so good. I get the leather up front, and then the cedar comes in after that, but they mesh really, really well, and they smell amazing together. I don't know that I've ever had a product that had that combination. I don't know if any other company has done that before, and I don't know if I've had it, but it is called CEO from Beards Dignified, and it is cedar and leather. Castor is the leading ingredient, and I can tell you it's thick and it feels good in your beard, and it does a really good job. So there's that, and it smells amazing. So let's get that to the side. And then we have Paris of the Plains, and this is bourbon orange, cherry, and vanilla. So it is made to smell like an old fashioned. All right. And my squeaky chair. So let's get this. It is back to its original form. I put it in the fridge after doing the final thoughts, and it is all solid. I get, I do get the old fashioned hints. However, I do get a little bit of carrier in this. Get a little bit of that carrier, but it's not bad. And like I said in final thoughts, I don't know if the fact that it has melted so much. This stuff, it doesn't take a whole lot for it to melt. I can say that. Um, but I don't know if it melting had anything to do with the quality of the product, but it did. It just didn't do right for me. Um, Now, when I mixed it with the oil, it did really good. But as I said in final thoughts, when I did it after applying heat, I did not like the results. It was just something about it after heat that I didn't like. So because of this, I quit applying heat for a little while, and I go through phases. I'll go for a while of adding blow dryer, and then I'll stop and I'll not do blow dryer for a little while. So this right here is the reason I'm not using a blow dryer for the moment. Let me move my chair where it squeaks and makes me mad. But anyway, so let's see. But Beard's Dignified. Highly recommend them. Awesome, awesome company, awesome products, awesome website. They have a whole lot of products to choose from. Um, I was on tap. If you saw it in first impressions, I was on tap to use Beards Dignified. Probably, I'm gonna say it was 2 years ago. Might have been three. He was on tap to go for Year of the Beard, and when his month came up, he had something going on. He could not deliver. No problems there, but it was just something on his end. Um, so after that, we skipped that month, or either I had somebody jump in their place. So we tried again the next year of the beard, and that didn't happen again. Something fell through. Um, we've chatted back and forth a few times until finally I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy something. And so I jumped on, ordered my stuff, and paid for it. So when I ordered it, Beards Dignified had no idea I was doing a review. Uh, I don't know what email I used. Maybe they didn't know it was me, but hopefully I didn't get special treatment. So, oh, my mic is down. Hold on. Bear with me. It's a very rudimentary setup. Maybe it's because I've moved it so much. I think we're good. Crisis averted. So tighten it. All right. Now we're back. All right. So if you guys saw, uh, I guess the last video I did, which was Saturday, prior to Beards Dignified and our new company for August. We'll talk about that in a minute. But we talked about 4 tips for beard oil. All right. So if you saw it, let me know. Hit me in the live chat what you thought about it. But I think these are the 4 most important things about purchasing a beard oil. Number one, if you can't read the label, and I mean the label, I mean the ingredients. I'm sorry. If you can't read the ingredients, don't buy it. If there are synthetic, man made ingredients, leave it on the shelf, leave it on that website. Don't make the purchase. Man made synthetic oils do not go well in your beard. I can tell you that. I have used them before, sometimes accidentally, especially early in my beard journey. I did use a few, and after about 2 times, I realized what was going on, and I cut it out. So, but if you can't read the ingredient list, leave it alone. Beard oil's not just for your beard; it's for your skin, for your skin underneath. And I can't tell you the number of times that I apply beard oil, and then what I have left on my hands goes on my arms or in my head hair or whatever. I don't just waste it on a hand towel. I rub it in my skin. This stuff's good for your skin, especially if it's a quality beard oil. These these carrier blends, these carrier oils that these companies are using are really good, especially if you find the right companies. Most of them are the same. That goes into number three. Most of your beard oils are exactly the same. The only real difference is scent profile. Yes, I said it. The main difference in a lot of these companies is scent profile. A lot of them are using the same carrier blend. They're tweaking the ingredients. They may be tweaking the amount of jojoba oil or argan oil, or some are using castor, some are using not using castor. But the biggest difference in these beard companies really is their scent profile. And I give them props. I give them mad props because they're going to the mad scientist lab and coming up with some phenomenal scent profiles. I've been doing beard product reviews now for going on going on 6 years, and I have smelt some amazing scent profiles from sometimes small companies, like really, really small companies. Other times, big companies, but the small companies can do it too. And speaking of 6 years, I know that Brian over at Beards and Banjos just hit his 6 year mark. He just had a live stream tonight. I checked it out for a little while until I had to break away to get set up for mine. But congratulations to Brian. If you check this video out, um, if you're a follower of Brian and you missed his live stream, at least go hit him up and say congrats on hitting 6 years. I can tell you that Brian started right before I did. And because he started, if he hit his 6 years now, my 6 years starts, I think at the end of this month is my 6 year anniversary. At the end of, I don't know, it's pretty close. It's either, it's sometime in August. All right, will be my 6 year anniversary. But I can tell you that when him and myself started, there were a pile, and he can probably attest to this too. There were a pile of people doing beard product reviews that started at the same time. There's not many of us left. I'm just saying. There's not many of us left. Myself, Brian, I don't even know who else is left because if they post, they don't post very much. So, but yeah. So kudos to Brian. Congratulations on the 6 year mark. Good job there. All right. So I talked last week about a giveaway and potentially doing a giveaway on the live stream. So I didn't get a chance to push out this one, sorry, until late. So we're going to try to announce that we'll do a live stream next week, same time, same place, and we'll try to do a giveaway that night. Now, I'll put it on my Instagram what we're going to give away, but I'll dig around and find a few things, more than one thing to give away that night. And there you go. Any companies want to jump in, throw something in the ring to give away, feel free to reach out. All right. Let's see. All right. If you guys watch my videos for Nomadic boxes, I got a little update today. Nomadic has suspended their monthly boxes. They're only doing quarterly boxes, and you can go to their website and purchase boxes. So they did away with their monthly boxes. I don't know why. They didn't give me a reason. I reached out to them because I had a comment on one of my videos asking if that had happened. So I reached out to my contact and was like, "Hey, is this true? Like, I need to know." And she told me, "Yes, we've done away with the monthly boxes. All we have is quarterly boxes, and you can still go on and purchase boxes on the website." Which means if you've seen a box on my channel that you like, you can get over to their website and probably purchase that particular box. Now, they do run sales all the time, so I'll try to do better at posting those sales on Instagram and stuff like that, so you will know about them. All right, so let's see. We are in day one of our new company, Old Dog's Beard Oil. Now, I've got them listed. I've got a link to them in the description over on Etsy. If you missed the unboxing, when I made my purchase, they had 25 sales on Etsy. 25. It took 3 days to arrive to me, and I don't have the products here, and I can't tell you exactly where they're located at, but it's not close. It took 3 days to get to me, and today's day one of using them, and so far I'm blown away. Uh, I just got on there right before I filmed the video, and they had 26 sales, which means I was 26. So really good prices, really small. They have beard oil, and they have beard balm. That is it. I didn't bring them up here. Sorry, can't break away. Go get them. I forgot. I was trying to get everything else together. But Old Dog's Beard Oil, and they're over on Etsy. So far, so good. I'm telling you, it was uh, it was a nice surprise this morning when I put their products in my beard. So it's really nice when you find that small batch company. As I put in a comment on on I think it was on the unboxing video. As I put in a reply to a comment, I like finding those sleeper companies. You know, those small companies that haven't made it yet, or they they maybe have 100 sales. They have a low number of sales, but they have phenomenal products. And maybe they're not at the point where they know how to market them, or they know where to market them, or whatever their reasoning is. They're a small company. And I love finding those. Now, we're looking at 7,700 subscribers here on YouTube for my channel. Do they all watch my videos? No, not at all. So, do I have a huge platform? I'm going to say no. However, maybe they have notifications on and they get an alert that says Old Dog's Beard Oil, Etsy find, and they click on it. I don't know. Uh, so, I encourage you, if you find a channel you like, hit subscribe, hit that like button when they post a video, hit the alert bell so you're notified when they drop videos, because that's what helps them, especially like in my case where I'm trying to get the word out about a small company. If you go in and like the video, if you go in and do stuff like that, then it helps other people find that video where I talk about that company. So, but day one has been phenomenal. Love it. The products are awesome. I really don't have a real scent as to what it is. Their website didn't really have a scent profile that I saw, and they just had one beard oil, beard balm, and so I picked them up, and so they smell good. They smell great, but it feels good in my beard. I can say that. I think it was tobacco. Yeah, it's got tobacco in it, but I can't remember what else. And so, but it smells really, really good. So go check out Old Dog's Beard Oil over on Etsy. I have a link in the description. Go check them out. And they don't know I'm doing this. They don't know I'm plugging them. They don't know I'm doing a review on them. They don't know who I am. All right. So, but uh, but yeah. Let's see here. I'm having to click from multiple pages because I'm not using actual YouTube for the live stream. So I'm having to click over to YouTube to see if there's any comments. I don't have a moderator. And yeah, let's see. All right. Who all we got here tonight? What you got in beard tonight? Let's ask that before we move on to the rest of my list. What is in beard? For me, it's Old Dog's Beard Coat. Or, excuse me, Old Dog's Beard Oils. That is the name of their company. Oh, Etsy. I've got an air conditioner running, but it's hot. It is hot. This thing loosening. All right. Gotta stay hydrated. I'm sweating. All right. Let's see. No chats going on. Let's see. Da, 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 da. All right. The other thing I was going to talk about tonight is I got a new Temu order. Yes, I like Temu. So what I was really interested with this order, what I mainly purchased on this order for the channel, is this right here. Now, I have not even opened it. I haven't looked at it. We're going to get first impression together. So what this is, it's supposed to be kind of like the old military style shovels. All right. Beard Octane. Okay. All right, cool. I've used Beard Octane. I've used about 2 of their scents, and they were really good. I can't remember which ones they were either, but yeah. Thank you for being here. So this is supposed to be similar to the military style shovel. You know, the one that collapses, kind of has like a little saw blade on it, a pickaxe, and a shovel. So we got this from Temu. Let's see what we paid for it before we open it. Let me get my phone. Let's see. What did we pay for this shovel? Watch it be discontinued. That would be fun. Nope. $6.74. There it is right there. That's what we paid for. $6.74. And the description says, or the title says, one piece, car mounted, multi-function outdoor travel tools, shovel, car mounted portable fishing, multi-functional tool, shovel, outdoor camping, multi-purpose folding, gardening, iron, shovel. That's a lot. But anyway, so excuse the rattling. Let's see what it is, because we have not opened it. So here we go. Let's check this out. So it comes in this little carry case with a belt loop. You can carry this on your belt. All right. So let's see. Got the handle. All right, let's keep that out. Okay. That's the side. All right. How's the handle? Oh, the handle is threaded. Okay. So we thread the handle. We can. Let's go backwards first. Find her. Well, all right. Come on. Find the notch. All right. Having trouble with the threading process. Straight. We're having trouble with the threading process. Oh, there we go. I think we're good now. Crank it. And we got a compass on the top. Check that out. We got a compass on the top. So it's just like, I mean, it's literally just like the ones that a little bit smaller, of course. And you just tighten that up right there. Now, you got a shovel. Got a saw blade on the side. Of course, we got a can opener, bottle opener right here. And then you just loosen that up. Flip that over. Flip that this way. And these are squared off. That's the normal design. That's the way the original was. I've had one of these before, like the true one, the real one. So they're squared off here. That way you can tighten this up if you're not familiar. You can tighten that up and lock it in. So now you can use this as a pickaxe, and it's only got that much movement. It can't go anywhere else. So you can use that as a pickaxe. And then you just loosen that up. I mean, and you can straighten that out if you wanted to, if you needed it for something. I don't know what you need that for, but you could do it. Um, let's see. And then you loosen that up, kick it down, and at that point, you really don't have to tighten that up. You just loosen the handle. It's gonna need some work, but think I think we can test this out and actually find out if it's worth anything. But for $7, something I can throw in my toolbox and just have like a little shovel in case I need it. I'm not gonna put it on my belt. I'm not gonna do that. But if I want to throw it under the seat of my truck, console, behind the seat of my truck, according to what kind of truck I got, it really don't matter. But for $7, I've got basically a shovel and a pickaxe that I can use on the fly. And yeah, so we're gonna test it. We're gonna see how durable it is for $7. But just the first impression seems pretty legit. Let me test to see if I could bend it. Let's see. It's pretty solid. So let's get it to the side. We'll be working on a video on that very, very, very soon. So, all right. Next, what is next on my agenda? So, with my Temu order, let me get back to that. Slide back into place. So, a couple things that I really like from Temu, and I'm working on a video to show you all the ones that I have. But probably one of my favorite things to buy from Temu are Velcro patches. All right, so I put them on the ceiling in my truck, and they're just awesome. Like this one. Don't hate me because I'm a little cooler. I mean, what's not to like about that? Right? On Amazon, these cost like $6, $8, $10, but on Temu, they cost like $1.25, stuff like that. So let's see what another one is. Oh, like this one. Let's pull this one out. I'd show you all the ones in my truck. However, my truck's in the shop and it's been there for a month and a half. Yeah, so don't get me started on that. But there's that one. Yep, that's probably my new favorite. Uh, so, but when I get my truck back, those will go in it, and I will do a video showing all the ones I have and actually going up close and showing you like quality of them. But I can tell you that if you like Velcro patches, check out Temu. That's where to go. That's where to get your patches from because they're remarkable, priced amazing, and you can pretty much get anything you want. So I have a pile of them, but like I said, I can't show you because my truck is in the shop for the fourth time in 6 months. Yes. And the same mechanic. Ooh, for the same problem. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So let's say, check out my shirt. Stay bearded, get outdoors, and God bless. All right. So these are not available in YouTube shop. However, I can make them available. These are available on Teespring. However, I pretty much kind of killed that. So if you would like a shirt that says this, I can make it available in the YouTube store. Um, so just let me know. I just haven't done it yet. All I did was when I created that, all I did really was logos. So let's see. We got some comments. Let me check. Looks sturdy. It does look sturdy, and I'm ready to test it. Like if it wasn't dark outside, I'd be ready to go dig a hole. What's up, True North? I'm drinking H2O, drinking some aqua, trying to stay hydrated because it's hot up here and I'm sweating. So this is pretty much like my attic, but it has a little AC, not like a window unit. It has like a kind of like a hotel unit, but it's all the way over there, and it doesn't do a whole lot over here. So yeah, so I sweat. So there you go. But anyway, the next I had to talk about was EDC. So I was going to talk about what I have in my pockets. Let's see. I'm checking comments. I think there's a lag in where I'm at versus what is going on YouTube. So let me stop for just a second. Let me reply on here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to reply to some comments because I don't have a moderator. And that way I'll be back. Let's see. All right. Let's see. So I'm back. Let's get back over here. All right. So what we're going to talk about is EDC and what I have in my pockets. So let's start in this pocket. This is probably one of my all-time favorites, and it gets the most questions and reactions when I pull it out. This is the Gerber flat iron. It is a cleaver blade folding knife. It's a really awesome knife. I love it. It's sharp. It stays sharp. I've used it so many times, and I know you won't be able to see it because this platform requires me to shoot in 720p if I'm not paying for it. But I carry this a whole lot. I mean, like the finish is off on all the edges. Gerber has an amazing warranty. I did warranty a knife not too long ago, and no questions. I mean, I sent them a picture of it broken, and hey, they sent me a new knife. But this is a pocket knife, uh, pocket clip cleaver blade. Like, check that out. I love it. I wish it was assisted opening because that would be pretty intimidating. Like, but there you go. So there's that. Let me dig in here. See what else we got. These are deep pockets that I'm wearing, so it makes it very difficult. So I also have, of course, Carmex. Let's try to find a spot to put this stuff because my chair won't slide. All right, so we also have our Bic lighter. Not a mini Bic. I'm running a full size Bic right now. Full size. No, I do not smoke. Got a ballpoint pen, flick pen, and running the right. Well, today using the Victorinox Swiss Army Tinker. I love this knife. It has definitely gotten its share of use. I like it number one, because it has two blades. So we have a large blade and a small blade, so it can fit any of your needs when it comes to that. So I really like that. Now I picked these little clips up off of Timu. Actually, we talked about Timu already. So pick these little clips up off of Timu, and they turn your Swiss Army knife into a pocket clip knife. All you do is you just feed this on the keychain loop, and you can stick this. You basically stick it down in your pocket and put that on your pocket. Yeah, on the outside of your pocket, and it's easily accessible. So there you go. If you like Victorinox and Swiss Army knives and you carry them, definitely check these out. Um, I don't know if these that I purchased it came in like a pack of 10 or 12. So I don't know if they're still available, but you can get on Temu and you can search for it, and I'm sure you can find them. But they're really awesome. I like them. Oh, I left my flashlight. So I normally carry my flashlight, which is a Hattori pocket flashlight. It uses one AAA battery, and it lasts really, really long. I love it. It's a really awesome little budget friendly. You can pick them up on Amazon. I've done reviews on them, so search my channel, find the reviews, done reviews on them. But the Hattori Pocket flashlight, they're bright enough for like EDC type stuff. They're not gonna shine 100 yards, but they're gonna get the job done. You drop something in the dark and you need to find it, pick it up. There you go. It works really, really well for that. So, wallet wise, what I'm carrying right now is flip back to the FLOWFOLD, which is made out of sailboat sails. So I flip and flop. So I just did reviews on the Travax, one of the Travax wallets. So when I got done with that, I was like, you know what? Let me switch gears and go to something a little more basic, a little more simple. So this is the FlowFold wallet. It has a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket there. That's it. It's simple, basic, front pocket wallet. I really like this one. I really enjoyed carrying it when I was testing it for the review. So, but FlowFold, I've done a review on this wallet. You can go check it out and search for it on my channel. I'll try to put a link to it in the description below. Let me make a note and I will put a link. But anyway, so that's really all I had on my agenda to talk about tonight. So, anybody have any questions that are here? Full of money. It ain't full of money. I can promise that. It's full of ID cards and debt cards, is what they are. $5 bill fell out of it. You know why? Because look, let me show you something. $5 bill fell out because that's the only cash I got. Um, Normally, when I have cash, that's just where it goes, is right there, because I don't have any. So there's that. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Any more questions? Anything we got going on? So this week coming up, trying to remember what videos we'll try to do. Ooh, I don't know. I got to get out there and record some videos is what I got to do. So I'm gonna try to get out there Saturday and get a video recorded for Saturday. So I'm kind of a little bit behind on my scheduling, but that happens. Uh, Start a YouTube channel and you will learn what I'm talking about. But anyway, so what is in your pockets? EDC stuff. Comment. Let me know. What do you carry on a daily basis? Now, normally I've got, like I said, my flashlight. I don't have it on me now. Uh, and that's about it. I got my phone. It's right here. Normally it's in my pocket, but it's not. And normally I'm recording my videos on that phone, but I'm not tonight because I'm doing live stream. So, but and I swap out my knives. I swap out my wallets. Uh, that's one thing that I can say I've been blessed with the YouTube channel is like when I did a wallet series, I had companies reaching out to me going, "Hey, we want you to test this wallet." So I found some really amazing wallets, and some of them were pricey, some of them weren't. Like there were some really affordable wallets that were amazing, and that was the whole point of my series that I had was just to show people like there's some really good stuff out there. And I've purchased some of the wallets that I tested, but I actually once I started getting off the ground with the series, I had more than one company reach out and offer to send me wallets. And so I have an abundance to switch back and forth and kind of revisit and go, hey, I remember liking this wallet, but is it as good as it was? Let's see. We've used other stuff since then. So is it as good as it was when we used it the first time? And so like Travax, for example, I love Travax wallets. There's only been probably one of their wallets that I don't want to say I wasn't a fan of. I love the wallet, but compared to others, it wasn't my favorite. Um, but their quality is unmatched. I can't say anything negative about the quality of a Travax product. Period. I've had their wallets. I've had their belt. I wear their belt daily. Um, their wallets, their belt, carabiner. Um, they've got a knife, a field knife. Now it's not cheap, but it's phenomenal. It is an amazing knife. It comes super sharp. The way it's designed, it is great. But it's not cheap. It's not for everybody because it's not really a budget friendly knife. But going back to wallets, it's it's nice to to be able to switch up. Uh, I remember using a wallet when I was probably in high school. I wore that sucker out just because you use it every single day, every single day. Well, being able having more than one is always nice. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're watching this video and you're a man and you wear a wallet in your back pocket, stop now. Go ahead and click over to Amazon. I'll give you an excuse. You can get off the live stream. Go purchase a front pocket wallet. I don't care if it's one that I've reviewed. I don't care, whatever. But get a front pocket wallet. Get the wallet out of your back pocket. That's period. So let me catch on comments real quick. Thanks, Trey. I appreciate that. Um, I'm glad you enjoy the channel. And yeah, I just got a cut probably a few days ago. What's today? Thursday? Last Saturday. Saturday. Got a little trim, a little got a little trim on the head. Um, so your phone is about all you carry now that you are retired. Well, congratulations on retirement. Recently retired. So congratulations on retirement. Um, I'm not retired, so I carry more than that. And I don't know, probably even if I retire, I will carry more than what I carry now, or as much as I carry now, not less. Normally, too, if I'm not at my house, my EDC also includes a holster and some sort of pew pew, um, one way or another. Usually, I like either a 40 or 9. That's usually what I carry. most of the time inside the waistband, but I've got a few pretty cool outside the waistband holsters that I like to carry, and so I'll carry those. They kind of tuck in real tight, and so especially in the fall and the winter when I can wear something over them like a flannel shirt untucked, it really covers them up pretty well. So I'll wear them in the fall and the winter, and so yeah, that's usually part of my EDC. Your son, well, my wife keeps mine cut for me. She is she has cut my hair. Let me see. We've been married since 2011, and when we got married, whoa, let me back up. I usually kept my head just buzzed, shaved, and prior to our wedding in 2011, she kind of made the request. I don't want you bald headed for the wedding, so I let my hair grow out a little bit, and it was a little bit longer than it is now for the wedding. I don't remember who cut it, but I grew it out long enough so we cut it for the wedding. And then we got married in 2011. Probably shortly after we got married, I started buzzing my head again. So of course I'm doing that. I'm not going to pay nobody to buzz my hair. And then probably in I don't say probably 2015, maybe 2016, I started letting my hair grow a little bit. And she started being my hair cutter. And she has cut my hair ever since, with the exception of one time. One time I had to pay for a haircut since probably 2014 or 15. And that was because she had surgery and couldn't cut my hair, and I had to have it cut for an event. So I had to go pay somebody. It was hard to pay somebody to cut my hair when I've had it cut for free for so long. And they didn't do nearly as good as my wife could have done. Uh, they called themselves trimming my beard and cutting my hair, and I was not satisfied at all. So I haven't been back. My wife cuts it every time. Now, my hair gets a little shaggy sometimes because I ask for haircuts and don't get them, but there's that. I got to get them when I can get them. All right, let's see here. What else we got going on? Hmm, that show. All right, timeout. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. My beard is awesome. Thank you. Thank you there, Trey. I definitely appreciate that. Um, do you trim the sides some? I do trim the sides. Um, periodically. I don't I don't do it every time I get a haircut. There are times where I normally just do it when I feel I need to. So I'll just take a comb and take my clippers and just trim it. It's nothing crazy. I don't spend a whole lot of time. I don't try to do it every day or once a week. I don't have like a routine, but I do trim the sides. It's about time to get a little trim here because they're starting to curl out. This is about the time where I do it, especially after I get a haircut, is when I can really see it and really tell that it needs it. So, yeah. Podcast. I was not able to get the podcast dropped and done this week. Sorry. But I'm gonna shoot for getting it done. I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna change it because just like live stream, I was planning on with the live stream to do them at 5 o'clock. I realized at that point that there's people not off of work. Um, there's people on the West Coast that are still working. It's just a bad time to do 5 o'clock. And so I'm gonna do later. My goal with live streams is to do Wednesday night or Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. The only time that I've found that doesn't have somebody kind of in my niche that's running a live stream. I don't want to step on toes and I don't want to overlap. So that's what we're gonna shoot for Thursday nights, 9 o'clock. Now, podcast. I was dropping them Sundays at 6. However, I think I'm going to start doing them where they drop and go live on Mondays just for time reasons. But I'm going to play around with that. Let me know if you listen to the podcast, if you want to hear it on Monday morning on the way to work, I'll get it dropped before you leave for work. You just tell me. All I need is two people to tell me they want to listen to it on the way to work Monday morning, and I'll get it dropped either Sunday night or uh, Monday mornings early. And that way you'll have it available. So I just need to know that. That's all I need. But I'm just trying to juggle around. It's kind of like trial and error with the live stream, trying to figure out a time that works, just like dropping regular videos. I've got to play around, trial and error, figure out a time that works that people are going to be available to watch those videos. Because if you're unfamiliar with YouTube, as a creator, my videos when I drop a video at 3 o'clock on a Tuesday, if you watch that video at 3:05, or if you watch that video because you got an alert about that video at 3 o'clock, then it's going to help the algorithm to push that out to more people. If you wait till Thursday to watch Tuesday's video, yes, it's going to help the algorithm, but not as much. So there's that. Yes, I'm on Spotify. I've only got one episode on there right now, and I was going to do one for this week. Normally, what I'm doing on the podcast is just doing more. So my normal schedule is dropping a video on Tuesday and Saturday. My plan initially was to do a podcast on Sunday to talk about what we reviewed on Tuesday and Saturday. However, we missed last month or last week. So, but um, but that's kind of what I was thinking about. But yes, it's on Spotify. Just search the Bearded Outdoorsman, and it should pull up with my logo on there, and you should be able to find me. I've got episode one. I've got kind of an introduction, and then I've got what they made me do as kind of a trailer. They told me to do it. So I'm trying to get it on Apple. That's been a nightmare. If anybody has done that before and can give me some guidance, I would greatly appreciate it. Shoot me a DM, shoot me an email, whatever. Give me some guidance on getting a podcast over a recorded podcast over to Apple. I would greatly appreciate that. Um, but like I said, yeah, the goal is doing one per week on the podcast. And it's just a way to try to revisit some things. Like I said in some of the other videos, um, there are times when I go into editing. I've recorded a video. Let's say I reviewed, I don't know, this mouse. Say I reviewed this mouse, and I get into editing, and I go, well, crap, I didn't talk about how good the rollerball felt. Let me talk about that. So I'm already in editing, so I can't talk about it. So that's where I I feel like the podcast can come in handy is we can talk about stuff on the podcast that we left off in the review. And the same can happen here on the live stream. I mean, I'm not taking that away. We'll probably still do that as well. But the podcast gives away for a little bit of a refresher. I talk about more, I don't want to say personal stuff, but talk about a few more things on there than I have on the live stream and on regular videos. So that's kind of what the podcast is about. So, and my mic's acting janky again. So when this is over, I got to do some major adjustments. Major adjustments. Oh, all right. Let's play with the board for a second. But again, go check out YouTube Shop. I've got Richardson trucker hats. I've got T-shirts. I've got blankets. I've got koozies. I've got all kind of stuff with the Bearded Outdoorsman logo, which is a pretty amazing logo, if I say so myself. I didn't create it. Thankfully, I have a beautiful wife that created my logo for me when I started this channel, or shortly after I started the channel. When I started the channel, I started out with, it was nothing more than my logo was a beard. I said above it, the Bearded Outdoorsman. That was my logo. That was what I started with. But if you're going to start, you just got to start. And that's what I did. I just jumped in and went on it, started with that logo that I created. And then I came to her and was like, I need help. Sometimes we've got to go to our wife and say, we need help. That's what I did. So I went to my wife and I said, I need help. And my mic's falling. And I said, I need help with a logo. Create me one, design me one, make me one that's amazing. And it did not take her long. And she created me a pretty awesome logo. So, oh, I think you can see my little setup right there. Yeah, you can see it. So I'll explain this setup in just a second when I get it adjusted. Fixed here. Loosen that and tighten this. Loosen that and tighten that. All right, so with my desk here, tighten that up. So with my desk here, the sides are angled, so it's not a square side. So my mic actually clamps on, and it won't clamp on if it's at an angle. So I had to take some 2x4s and fix it. So I took two 2x4s. I took two 2x4s, pocket hold them together in a 90-degree angle, clamped them to the side of my desk, and there we go. Now we got a platform to adjust and mount our microphone. Let's see what else we got. If you watched last week, you will notice that I added a few more sound buffers to the ceiling. My ceiling is at an angle here, so I added a few more. I've got some on that side too, some on this side. So we got that. Let's play around with our sound board. You want to see it? There's our soundboard. Let's play around with it. All right. Let's see. Let's try this one. All right. So I just need to know, can you hear it? I just need to know. Does it work and can you hear it? Whew, it's hot. Sweat. I gotta get a fan up here next week. Let's see. What other one do I have? Might be fun. Oh, try this one. So, oh, you can hear it. All right. Did it sound like crazy or did it sound okay? Like, was it? I know it's not top quality. I know I'm not running a sound studio in here, but what's up, Andrew? Welcome, brother. Look, I've been talking for an hour. I'm not going to go back and repeat everything. You're going to go back and watch it. Sorry. All right, let's see. We're going to try one more. So let's say, everybody say, welcome, Andrew. There we go. How's that one? Family's good. I've been good. I'm sweating. It's hot in South Georgia. It's hot where I'm at in this room, but but yeah, family's good. And one just had a little. Let's see, what's today? Thursday. Had one yesterday. Had a little stomach bug, little virus, which is wonderful. My youngest daughter have have four kids. I have three girls and one boy in that order. And my youngest daughter decided to wake up yesterday morning with a little stomach bug and little vomiting. But oh, I appreciate that, Andrew. I appreciate that. Where are you from, Trey? You're in Georgia too. Where are you at? Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, she felt better today. She actually felt better after I dropped her off to go to work. I dropped her off. I had to drop her off yesterday to go to at my mother-in-law's to go to work, and found out afterwards that wasn't long after I left she started feeling better. So it was just a little. I don't even think it was a stomach bug. I think it was just she woke up. Meriwether County. I've heard of that. Where is that at? But thank you, Andrew. I appreciate the prayers, man. Um, had open house today. They start school Monday, so this daddy is looking forward to that. Um, near Lagrange. Okay. All right. All right. Lagrange is over on the west side of the state. Okay. There's no good way from where I am. There's no good way to get to Lagrange. I've had to go to Lagrange. There's no good way to get there from where I am. Yes, a little north of Columbus. And there are no straight paths to get to Lagrange. Every time I hear Lagrange, I think of ZZ Top, which is where I want my beard to be one day. Through the woods. Yeah, that's the straightest shot to get to Lagrange is through the woods because there's no highway to get you there. I used to have to go there for work. Um, whew, uh, 12 years ago, I used to have to go there and Fort Benning. Um, I used to have to go there for work back 12 years ago, roughly, and I hated it because I'm like, there's no good way to get there. There's no good, like, you got to go around your elbow to get somewhere. I like it's just not a good. It's just not good. I don't like it. So, yes, I understand. But a fellow Georgia boy, wait, you're near Columbus, which means you're near the state line. So, are you an Alabama fan or a Georgia fan? I won't block you from the channel if you're an Alabama fan. I'm just curious. Time out. All right, I'm back. Children. They're supposed to be in bed, but they're not. And they like to come disturb daddy. with the questions. All right. Let's see. Some of both. I have family in Alabama. I got you. I got you. Well, I won't block you if you're an Alabama fan. I just wanted to ask the question. I'm a Georgia fan. So, but let's see. Andrew, let me ask you. Well, I'll ask both of y'all. 'Cause I think y'all, how long have y'all been following content that is beard related on YouTube? How long? Beard related content on YouTube. That's the question. How long have you followed? I'm going somewhere with this question. So about 5 years, 3 or 4 years, 5 years. Okay. So you can probably both attest. Andrew, you've been around a little bit longer for 5 years. So you can probably both attest that there's a number of people that have fallen off the radar, fallen off the map, and just don't know where they've been or where they've gone. Channels are gone, or either they stopped posting. Um, I'm gonna say I started back in 2018, and I'm gonna venture to say that 85 to 90% of creators that started around the time that I did are no longer on YouTube. That's what I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that 85 to 90% of creators that started doing beard product stuff, that's what I'm gonna say. Beard products are no longer on YouTube. Correct me if I'm wrong. And there's been, I'm trying to think. There's been one that switched gears and does something a little bit different. One is still going and going pretty strong. He's doing pretty good. I mean, he's not like he's doing good. That I can think of right off the top of my head. And hmm, there's a couple that switched gears along the way and they've fallen off the radar. I was one. Uh, yes, you're very correct, Andrew. And yeah, with Dan C, a lot of people start their stuff with Dan C. I mean, he's got a massive following. I've talked to Dan more than one time. Um, I like the guy, respect, doing what he loves, and he's got a huge following. That's one person I didn't want to step on toes with live stream because I know he's got a massive following, and he does them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But but yeah, a lot of people start their beer journey watching Dan, or if you're now his videos have kind of taken over. But back a few years ago, the videos that were the number one were scuba, uh, scuba tube, beard tube. That was the number one video when you search the beard stuff. His were the number one. But yeah, a lot of people during that sketchy time, we're gonna say started with a C back in 2000. A lot of people started channels and started their channels and dropped off the radar. But there were a few that started around my time. I used to have a list of them just because I wanted to go after about 2 years. I noticed somebody dropped off the radar, and so I went in and I made a list and I don't know where it is now, but I made a list because I wanted to keep track of everybody. And I tried to reach out to everybody on Instagram through DMs and just kind of keep things positive and keep everybody moving because I didn't want anybody to quit. Um, but people just and I get it. Life happens, things happen, people take a break. I mean, I took a break during the month of June. So it happens. But you got most of your first beard knowledge from Dan. Yeah. I mean, he spit out the videos. I mean, that is for sure. And he spit out some great information. Um, no doubt about that. And a lot of people like him and have followed his information. And he's got some good stuff, good knowledge. I think it comes from the teaching background that he kind of knows how to say it. Um, there was a lot of creative stuff. Man, there was one bearded jester. He I randomly think about him from time to time. I don't know if you remember him or not, but the bearded jester and I uh, his videos were crazy. He put a different spin on it, and I loved his content. I loved it. Um, I actually mailed him something when he was having a baby. Mailed him something for the baby. Um, but yeah, times change, man. There's people that start and I'm not a quitter. Yes, I struggle sometimes with coming up with content, and I can't remember if he was in law enforcement. I want to say he was in the medical field, um, but I can't remember. But I think he was in the medical field, not law enforcement. But I may be incorrect. I may be incorrect. That never came up in our conversations. I talked to him a few times, and like I said, I actually sent him something for his baby when he was fixing to have a baby. But you subscribed to me before Year of the Beard started. Okay, yeah. So that was probably so I started my channel. Let's go timeline. Let's try to figure it out. Started my channel in August of 2018, doing reviews of products that I had on hand. And then I started getting emails and inquiries from companies going, "Hey, would you like to review this?" And at first, as a new YouTuber, you go, "Hey, this is awesome." Um, but I turned a lot down. I took a few, turned a lot down. If it looked sketchy or if it looked like a product I would not like, I turned it down. So I turned down a lot of stuff actually, especially if you accumulate the amount of stuff I've turned down over the last 6 years. But in 20, that was 2018, 2019, I just ran, just companies would send me stuff or I would buy something and I would review them periodically, like over the course of the year. 2020 was the beginning of Year of the Beard. And in Nov it wasn't November. It was earlier than November. I was having a conversation on Instagram DMs with Bam from Jolly Old Fat Man. And I said, I need to spice things up. I need I need an idea that's gonna do something different. I already try to stand out by doing my stuff in a hammock, but I need an idea. And and he threw some stuff at me, I threw some stuff back at him, and it meshed into Year of the Beard. And I threw it out on, I don't remember, Instagram, YouTube, something to come up with the name. We came up with the name of Year of the Beard, and we did it for 3 years. and so it was pretty awesome. Year of the Beard got my hands on some bigger companies that I probably would not have gotten my hands on if I was just doing my regular reviews. Um, you grew out your beard long, Trey, and then 5 years ago. Until then, you kept it mostly short. Oh, I grew my beard out many, many years ago when I was in college. Grew my beard out and then cut it off, grow it out, cut it off, grow it out, and just a cycle. Um, and then I kept it kind of short until 2013. 2013, I shaved it off, clean shave. And then after probably mid 2013, I started growing it back. Um, and started growing it back. And I kind of played around with the length a couple times. There was no real, I had no real like goal in mind. So I grew it out and then I'd trim it. And I'd never like trimming my beard because I always feel like I cut too much off. That's just me personally. I always trim it and go, oh crap, I cut too much. But um, but I made the decision a little over a year and a half ago, the end of December of 20, what was that? A year ago would have been 23, so 22. So I guess the end of 22, uh, I made the decision. I'm like, I'm cutting it off. So at the end of the year, I took the beard scape and took it off, and it was a major adjustment. It was a 9.5 inch beard, but I feel like my beard came back more healthy than it was. Came back with less gray too, I think. But that's just me. Um, and so it, it grew back. This is where I'm at. I've only trimmed it twice. Only trimmed it twice since I cut it off back in, I think it was December 22, about a year and a half. And so yeah. Do you remember when I trimmed it? My wife didn't help me trim it. What she does help me trim it on a normal trim, but when I cut it off, that was all me. My wife, I was actually home by myself. My wife was not even home. Um, and I was recording it. I was going to record it. It was planned. It wasn't like a drunken night. It was planned. And so I was going to record it so I could put it on, of course, socials, TikTok, YouTube, all that. And my wife was like, you better find a way to FaceTime me. So I had to dig around and find an old iPad that the kids used and FaceTime her and mute it so she doesn't make any comments. Stick it over in the side. And so she was watching live while I was trimming. And so it was yeah, yeah. So I trimmed, it was a 9.5 inch beard. And what was crazy about that video is when I trimmed it, I had a guard on the clippers and I went down and followed my skin, followed my jawline, went down, trimmed it off. And then I noticed after I did that, I noticed some scragglers. So what do? I take those clippers and go up. And when I did, I was okay with the length it was, but I was not okay with the length it ended up. Um, because if you've used clippers, you know going up is going to cut shorter. And so that's what happened. And I was not a fan. Um, I can tell you if you have had your beard, yes, I've skipped a few of them, Andrew. I actually have seen on a couple times where it's popped up and gave me an option to skip them, and I had skipped them. So, but I don't know if I get an option every time or if I get it sometime. But so I apologize. I've tried to skip them when I can. Uh, anyway, I'm doing what I can. I'm skipping them as I see them. It pops up on the bottom of my screen. It's like ad coming soon. Skip. So I tried to do that in the last little bit. But but yeah, where was I at? Oh, trimming my beard. So it was 9.5 inches, and I can tell you that for a couple weeks, I continually did the whole uh, trying to feel for my beard um, motions for a couple weeks after that. So what you been up to, Andrew? Did I see somewhere you made a comment? You said you took a break. Um, Trying to scroll back through comments and see. You took a break from IG. Oh, okay. Made a new account. All right. So what you been up to? You done with school, work, and school? Oh yeah, drama. I don't do the drama. Oh, you started your master's in January. I got you. Well, how's that going? How's the master's going? Oh, I hear you. Good job, Andrew. All right. I gotta do something. Anyway, another 2 classes starting next month. All right. Well, good luck. You'll be in my prayers, of course. So definitely keep me updated. Let me know how things are going. I know life gets crazy and busy, and I try to I try to reach out to everybody. And what's crazy is, truthfully, I will randomly think about somebody on Instagram or a fellow YouTuber randomly, and I'll go, hey, I need to send them a message. I hadn't seen anything from them in a while. Let me send them a message. So I'll shoot them a DM on Instagram, and either I won't get a reply. There's been times where I don't get a reply, or I'll get a reply. We chat back and forth for a little while. I'm just like, hey, brother, I'm just checking in on you. And but it's crazy. I randomly think about people. Time out one more time. These kids don't want to get in bed. So anyway, um, randomly think about people, and I think that's how we are with life too. Like, I don't know, I am randomly think about somebody that you haven't seen in a little while, and I just think that's something weighing down on us to shoot them a message. So I definitely do that when people come across my mind on IG that are on or YouTube creators or somebody that I'm friends with on Instagram that, like I said, I haven't seen them post in a while. Um, I try to reach out to them and say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing, brother?" And sometimes I get a response. Sometimes I think they've kind of halfway killed their Instagram and maybe gone off the radar for a little while. There's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with that. The age we're in right now with social media being crazy, I wouldn't fault anybody for like ghosting their social media. I wouldn't blame the first person because it's crazy. Um, and to stay away from the drama and to stay out of all that nonsense, like just, just get off of it. But I can't. But I try to stay away. I don't get on Instagram quite as much as I used to. Um, I do some, but I don't quite get on there quite as much as I used to, and that's just time restraints. But let's see. All right, Andrew. Yeah, we'll chat. We'll chat over on Instagram. Um, Trey, hit me up. Hit me up on Instagram next time I'm over that way. I'm I'm trying to think. It wasn't terrible 6 months ago, a year ago. I was over that way. Um, so 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 what's the final? Andrew, let's see. Since you're the topic of conversation right now, what's the end goal with the Masters? Let's ask that. What's the end goal with your Masters? And if you see all the ads, I'm going to tell you I'm not sponsored, and I hope this live stream don't get kicked off because of this. But you see all the ads for Zen, stay away from Zen. Get Rogue. There you go. That's my plug. Anyway, shoot me a DM, Trey. I believe I follow you on Instagram too. All right, send me a DM. I'll make sure I follow you back if I don't already. Pursuing. Awesome, Andrew. Awesome. That is awesome. Um, I'm not even gonna try to act like I understand everything, but we'll uh we'll chat in the DMs. I got a couple questions I want to see if you can answer. Now, I'm a Christian. I believe in everything. So, um, but I'm gonna throw some some questions at you to see what your take is. Just to mess with you. Nothing bad. Nothing bad. Okay. Ancient Eastern studies. Okay. I'll test your abilities. Well, and I've got some. I won't say theological craziness, but I've had some things come to me before that are like, hey, and when I ask other people about it, sometimes it blows their mind. And so I like to ask this question. I got one particular question that I like to ask people, and just to see what their take is. Uh, so I'll definitely hit you up on that one. Let's see. I agree. Sometimes God just needs people who are available to make a difference. Uses the weak to shame the strong, and uses the foolish to shame the wise. Um, I can tell you, going back to, and I'm not tooting my horn. I'm not trying to get any clout from this. I'm not going to name any names, so I guess it don't really matter. But y- there was one guy that was posting videos on YouTube religiously. Use that term loosely, but he was posting videos a lot on YouTube, and I'm talking like more than once a week. Um, he had a really good sense of humor. He had a really good personality on the camera. He just did a really good job. I loved his I loved his videos, and he started. I want to say right about the time I did, or maybe shortly thereafter. And he was not. He was very open about talking about like some of his mental health stuff that he had some issues, and he was open about it, but he wasn't pushing it down your throat. He would just kind of nonchalantly bring it up. And I noticed one day, and it was weird because um just out of the blue, I was like, man, I hadn't seen this guy in a while. So I went back, searched, and he hadn't dropped a video in like a month. So I go over to Instagram. He's there. His account still active. So I shoot him a DM. I'm like, hey brother, I'm just checking on you. And he emailed or messaged back, and he was like, yeah, just going through a little bit of stuff, but I'm good now, and just taking a break. I'm like, all right, cool. And so we talked a little bit, and I'm like, hey, if you just need somebody to talk to, you talk to me. And this microphone's just jacking my beard all up. And so I was like, if you need anybody to talk to, I'm here. Just shoot me a message. And so it rocked on. He didn't message me back, and but I mean, we chatted a little bit in there, and it goes on. I want to say like a month later. I want to say the Lord laid it on my heart. Like I don't know, but I just felt it again. Like, hey, you haven't seen this guy, so I message him again. Like, hey, brother, you doing good? I'm I'm your brother. I'm here. Let me know if you need anything. And I never heard back from him. So I don't know. I'm not going to name any names, but I don't know what the status is because he never messaged me back. But it's just weird that sometimes some people just get laid on my mind that I've watched, and I try to watch other YouTubers. I try to watch other creators, especially in my same niche. Try to watch them, give them give them the views, give them the credit, help them out. Um, I don't know if they're doing the same for me. I'm not asking for it, but I try to do that for them, and just a respect thing, especially the ones that when we all started about the same time. And I was watching, felt like I was watching YouTube videos 7 days a week because everybody had a YouTube channel and we all were doing the same stuff. The only ones I would not watch, I will say, the only ones that I would not watch were the ones that were reviewing a product that I knew I was fixing to be testing. Like if I knew, for example, Beers Dignified, if I knew this was coming in the mail next week and Andrew had a channel and he dropped a video and it was titled Beers Dignified, that's the only time I wouldn't click on that video because I knew I'm going to be testing this and I don't want Andrew's opinion infiltrating my opinion. That's the only time I don't watch videos. Other stuff, I watch it all the time. I love to give creators some credit and props. I may not comment every time, but I definitely watch them. And but yeah, there was one time we had about four. We had about I want to say we had about four beard product reviewers from Georgia at one time, um, and never got to meet up. I, I wanted to, but my schedule and at the time when I started my YouTube channel, I was working two jobs, um, and so life was crazy. Had a couple kids. I think at the time, what did I have? 2018 when I started the channel, I had three kids. Now I have four. No, 2018 I had two kids. Now I have four. So, um, but yeah. So I never got a chance to meet up with any of them. But I know, like I said, I know at the time we had three or four. They were from Georgia, and I wanted to try to meet up with some of them, but it just didn't work out. So let's see, what's everything looking like here? Here. So Andrew, did you check out the our tray? Either one of y'all? I don't know who else is here. Anybody else here? Anybody check out the Old Dog's Beard Oil unboxing? Anybody check that video out? Or did you check out the tips? Not yet. All right. Behind on videos. I understand completely. I understand completely. So I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if y'all been here since the beginning or when I talked about Old Dog's beard oils. Old Dog's beard oil, that's the company that I'm using for the month of August. And um, if you're familiar with how I'm doing my product reviews this year, as well as last year, I purchase what I want to use. Um, I don't I don't have companies send them to me. The companies that I'm using, they they don't know they don't know I'm doing a review. So I found Old Dog's beard oil, and I failed to bring it up here with me. It's in my bathroom on my sink. But I found them on Etsy. When I made my purchase, they had 25 orders. That was it. I had 25 orders. Their beard oil is 15 bucks, and they have a beard oil, they have a beard balm, and that's it. You don't pick scents. It is what it is. And I can tell you today is the first day I've used it, and it's phenomenal. It it is phenomenal. To be an Etsy product that is 25 sales. I don't know I don't know how long they've been around. Let me go. Let's see if we can find that out. Let me see. Let's see if we can see when their Etsy shop started. Um, they do have some hidden gems, and that's my thing. I will get on Etsy and try to look and try to find something. And let's see if I can find them here. Let's see. Insta. Now my phone's not telling me how many orders they have. Let's go. 26 sales still. They have 7 shop reviews and 5 stars. All right. So this is them. Old Dog's beard oil. Let me change screen so I can see what I'm looking at. So that's them. Old Dog's beard oil. So their labels have like a wood grain and then have spots around it, almost like a Dalmatian spots. That's what I'm gonna call it. Um, try to see, how do you find out how long they've been around? They have a review from May of 23, May of 23, May of 23, May of 23, January of 24, July of 24, July of 24. So I wonder if they took a break, maybe went away for a little while. Um, I don't really know how to look on here and see how long they've been around, but Old Dog beard oils on Etsy. I could tell you 15 bucks, 15 bucks, 1 ounce bottle of oil. How big is the balm? Can't remember. Let's see. think it's like 2 ounces. Um, but it's 15 bucks. And I didn't see anything last time whenever I placed the order about scent. Let me see what they have. If there's anything on here about scent. Um, oh, here it is. Smells amazing, but not overpowering, with a hint of woods and sweetness of tobacco. So I get the tobacco when I put it in, but I didn't get the woods. I knew there was something else there, but I couldn't tell what it was. But Old Dog's beard oil, I'm telling you, check them out. Hidden gem, like you said, Andrew. There are some hidden gems on Etsy. Sorry, excuse me. Um, and I found a few of them. I've reviewed plenty of them on this channel, and I love. I almost love finding one of those Etsy companies and just doing them a surprise review more than I like a company sending me something for free, just because they're trying to get started. And I know I've got subscribers, but they don't watch every video. So all I can hope for is I can I can make a little bit of a few people know about them and maybe increase their sales a little bit. Just looked it up. They have a sample pack. How did I not see a sample pack? Did you look at the same one? I see here they have multiple bottles in the picture, but they all look identical. They're from Branham, Minnesota. All right. You looking at the same one? There's that one. They only have two products on here. I don't see nothing about samples. Old Dog's beard oils. 1 ounce bottle. That's all it says. But yes, that's something I put on. Actually, I had somebody comment on that unboxing video um, about Etsy, talking about they've never bought products from Etsy, but they've bought products from Amazon. Now, Amazon is hit or miss because you never know if your Amazon company is going to be from China, if they're mass produced, they're small batch. You just don't know. And so I um I try to stick. I like Etsy because Etsy, I know they're small batch. I know they are because they're on Etsy. And so, but that's that. I've ordered everything from pine tar soaps to beard oils. Um, I actually had an Etsy shop featured in Year of the Beard, and not only did they do beard oils and beard products, but they also had the same scent profiles in candles. That company was called Southern Essentials, and they were on one of the months of Year of the Beard. I actually think I did two reviews on them, not only Year of the Beard, but I think I did another one. I think they followed up with a second Year of the Beard. But Trey, there's a link. There should be a link in the description of this video to take you to the actual shop on Etsy. I copied it from my unboxing video and put it in there. So there should be a link that'll take you straight there. So if you want to check that out. But yes, I definitely agree. There are some hidden gems on Etsy. You can find some amazing, amazing beard stuff on there. Some companies that are just getting started. Like I said before, they're companies that either they don't know how to market or they don't have enough sales to really push their product, or there's so many different reasons why they're starting out on Etsy. And just like this company, they have 26 sales. I'm one of those. So they have 25 sales, not counting me, and they're they're really good. I mean, so far, I'm in day one, so I can't review it with one day of use, but I can say that so far it's a really good item. Um, the balm does have beeswax in it, and it is on the thicker side. Um, so I'm gonna play around with that, see the best use for it. I get a little bit when I open it and smell it. I get a little bit of the beeswax and the carrier scent, but I'm gonna try when I get done with this. I'm gonna try tonight mixing the two and seeing how it does with a mixture. So if you go talk to the dog outside, I got you, Trey. Um, I've done a video on it before, but mixing your beard oil. All right, let me back up. So let's take Old Dog's beard oils, for example. They offer two products. They offer a beard oil and a beard balm. Well, let's say you like to use a beard butter. All you've got to do is mix your balm and your oil, and you get butter consistency. So that is a little bit of a trick, and it works really, really well. I like to use that. Normally, I'm a shower in the morning guy, but sometimes, like tonight, I'm going to take a shower tonight because I'm sweating profusely. And so when I get out of the shower, that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna hit the oil and a little bit of the balm. I'll mix it up, and I'm going to put it in my beard, and it'll give me a good hydration, good, a little bit of good everything, conditioning, all that kind of stuff for my beard overnight. So it works out really, really, really well. Um, I've not had any problems doing that with any company. Every one of them works well. Um, so there you go. How long we been on? We've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. I was thinking we were going to be on for like 30 minutes. We're having some good interaction here, good chats. I need some new headphones though. Anybody want to send me a link to some good ones over the ear? That's what I want. I want some over the ear headphones. So good cordless pair for the gym. Ooh, I prefer my AirPods, but I actually have a pair that I did a first impression on, but I've got to review them. I got to test them out some more. Sound, what were they called? Sound Peats, Peats. Um, they were kind of over the ear earbuds, so I need to finish testing them out. I've had them for a minute, but I forgot about them. You made me think about them, Andrew. Um, they were kind of like AirPods, but they connect to anything, and they worked out. The times I've used them, I just haven't used them enough to do a review. Not that I feel comfortable with, so I got to test them out a little bit more. But welcome back. Um, but that's the only. I've tried the, what are they called? Bone. What is it called? Bone induction something. The ones that loop over your head and they sit like right here. I've tried those, but I want a good wired pair. I don't want to pay $100. I want a good wired pair that I can plug into my soundboard and use for doing podcasts and live streams. so I can hear myself to make sure that everything's going well. But I don't like sticking these things. I mean, if I could use my AirPods, that'd be great. But I'm still trying to figure out this microphone. Had a close encounter with an armadillo. Ooh, old armadillos. I like to tear up a yard, play dead. We got another drone too. I gotta finish testing so I can do a review on it. Um, another Holy Stone drone. So maybe I can get. And the thing is, every time I've had time to test it, it's crazy. Every time that I've had a drone and I've had time to get outside and test it, the weather's been crazy. Crazy wind, crazy rain, something. And it's just put me back. So we haven't had any armadillos in our yard that I've seen, knock on wood. Um, we have all kind of other critters though. Got a few gopher tortoises that meander through our yard from time to time. The dogs don't like them. And if you didn't know anything about a gopher tortoise, they're fast. Don't believe, don't believe what you read in the Tortoise and the Hare. They're fast. So, all right, Andrew. Good seeing you, man. Um, hit me up on IG. We'll chat. Have a good night. Have a good night. Time is spots all over the yard. I bet with armadillos. I had a man I used to go to church with. He passed away, but he used to have them in his yard all the time, and he hated them things because he kept a very pristine yard, and them jokers would come and root that sucker up. Woo! That man was not happy. All right, well, I think we're going to look at probably continuing to do this at 9 p.m. on Thursdays. I will put another post out and let everybody know so we can hopefully have a little more in attendance and see how things go. But um, but yeah, we'll try this again next week. Maybe next week. You have what you call a. I can't read your whole comment because it's a little. I got a little emoji thing sitting beside it. But I'm gonna try to do these on 9 p.m. on Thursday nights. So that's what we're gonna shoot for. Next week we may shoot for a giveaway, and I got my eyes on something beside me. So let me grab it. I've got a Grand Trunk starter hammock with two straps, never opened, never taken out the bag. Um, bag's ripped, bag's tore. But this is a Grand Trunk two straps. Oh, look at this. The rubber bands around the straps are dry rotted. So they look like worms. Let's get those out of the way. So this hammock is the starter hammock. I have one of these that I use, so I know all about it, and that's the only reason this one's not open. It is. It has carabiners on both ends, an attached stuff sack, 9 feet 6 inches long, four well 9.5 inches long, 4.5 inches wide, 12 ounces, and rated for up to 200 pounds. So, but Grand Trunk, it's a really awesome brand, really awesome hammock, lightweight. I love this. I love mine, and it's. I haven't used it in a while, but I have one that I've used in videos before, and so the one I use majority of the time, and it only here lately is an Nortrek that I got from Amazon. That's a double hammock, and so we may look at doing a giveaway with this guy, and I'm gonna dig around and see what else I can find. And so if we can get, I don't know, I got to come up with a number and I'll put it on Instagram. I'll put it in the post. If we can get a certain number of viewers, then we'll give something away. I'll come up with I'll come up with a system for a giveaway, but I'll come up with 3 or 4 things, and we'll do a couple giveaways next week, or we may do one giveaway per week, and just drag it out. Um, so and I think trying to see if I have anything over there. I don't. But I'll dig around and see if I can find anything else to throw in for a giveaway. But that is definitely on the list. I may have one more hammock actually that I've never opened, so we'll have to dig around and see if I can find it. Um, see what we can do. Come up with some stuff, and we may do it one giveaway per week. And but there'll be a caveat, and I'll put that in my announcement for the live stream. Um, kind of a caveat as to how many viewers we have to be able to do a giveaway. But well, I'm glad, Trey. I've really enjoyed you being here and the engagement and the the questions, the comments, the back and forth. Um, I've definitely appreciated it from a fellow Georgian. So, but I think I'm fixing to wrap this up and go make sure my kids are in bed since they've come up here about 4 times tonight. They're not here now, but the last time I don't know if you could hear her, but one of my daughters, after the other 2 daughters left, she stuck around to tell me, "Hey, Daddy, I really like your gold mic. It's really cool. I like your gold mic." I'm like, "Get out of here. Go. Vamoose. Peace out." But anyway, so all right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. So as I say at the end of every video, stay bearded, get outdoors, and God bless.